Today our topic is structure of Java program, and myself I am Srinivasarao Tottampudi, working as assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, SRKR Engineering College, Bhimavaram. Coming to the objective of this lecture is to learn about structure of Java program. The following is the typical structure of Java program. So in order to write any Java program, we need to follow the structure. The structure of Java program starts with the document section and ends with the main method class, and it has various statements, package statements, import statements, interface statements, class definitions, and finally it ends with the main method class. Coming to the first one, that is document section. The document section consists of a set of comment lines. So in order to give a name to our program, we need to write the name of the program in comment lines. So those comment lines are written inside the document section. It is a suggested one. After that we have a package statement. It is an optional one. The package statement is used to define user defined packages. So in order to write or in order to define any package, any user defined package, we need to write the statement. After that the next statement is import statements. The import statements are used to import the user defined packages and predefined packages to our program. So in order to import any package, we need to write the import statements. These are also an optional one, but these import statements are similar to header files in C and CPP. After that we have interface statements. So interface is a kind of class. It is also a collection of variables and methods, but interface variables are final fields and interface methods are abstract methods. So interface statements are also an optional one. After that we have class definitions. A Java program may contain multiple class definitions. So these classes are used to map the objects of real world problems. So the class definition is also an optional one in structure of Java program. And after that we have a main method class, and it is an essential one, since every Java standalone program requires a main method as its starting point, because the execution starts from the main method only. So in order to write main method in Java, we need to write at least one class. That class is known as main method class, and it is the essential part in our structure of Java program. So the main method creates objects of various classes and establishes communications between them. So the main job of main method is, it is going to create the objects and it is going to establishes communications between them. Coming to the example program, in this example we have created two classes. One is sample and another one is demo. The demo class is used to define main method, and sample is a user defined class. So inside the class sample, we have defined one method. The method name is show, and the method return type is void. That means that method doesn't return anything. So inside the method show, we have written one output statement, that is system.out.println. That output statement is used to print some message on the screen. So system.out.println is an output statement. It is similar to printf in C language, and it is similar to cout in CPP. So the main purpose of writing system.out.println is to print something on the screen. So in this program we have written the message welcome to Java world. It is printed on the screen when this output statement is executed. After that we have defined main method class, that is demo, and inside the main method class we have written the main method public static void main, and within the brackets we have written string args. And after that we have created one object with the name s. So in order to create any object, we need to follow certain structure. That structure is that we need to follow certain syntax. That syntax is, first we have to mention the class name and then object name. After that equals to new, again we have to mention the class name with some parameters. So after the new keyword that is used to call the constructors, that is the constructor call definition. And after that we have written start show, that is we call the method using the object s. Whenever we call the method, automatically the control transferred from calling method to the called method. And whenever we call any method, automatically the calling method, the control is transferred from calling method to the called method. And after that, whatever task defined inside the called method, those task is done, and again the control goes back to the calling method. This is the scenario happened behind the program. So if you call any method, automatically the control transferred from the calling method to the called method, and it performs the task defined by the called method. After that, again the control goes back to the calling method. Here the called method definition is an output statement. So whenever the control goes to the called method, first of all it executes that output statement, that is it prints the message welcome to Java World on the screen. After that, the control goes back to the calling method. This is happened in this program, and finally we get the output welcome to Java World on the screen. Thank you.